Yo, what's up? How's it going? It's me again, another video for you. Talking a little bit about economic news. I like to start this off with a little bit of a spicer, a little game. I like to play called Make Fun of the CEO, the Boomer CEO. Okay, so let's hear this little bit of wisdom. This blast of wisdom from the Melvin Capital guy, Ken Griffin. He's such a hero now in this day and age with GameStop and all the amazing things that Melvin Capital was involved in recently. So let's see what his wisdom is, what kind of wisdom he imparts to us.
I do have to ask you one question that's maybe a little bit off topic, but it's something we've been talking about virtually every day on this program for the last several months, and that is, as an investor, Bitcoin. How do you think about Bitcoin today? Are you invested in Bitcoin?
I just don't spend much time thinking about cryptocurrencies.
Look how matter of fact he was. He just stopped saying that. He mic dropped there. Okay, I just don't spend too much time thinking about cryptocurrencies. Right, because you have tons of regular dollars, and you're like, well, I know how to manipulate the industry already, and none of these kids hold anything to me. This is the sign of an arrogant person. Whether you believe in cryptocurrencies or not, or think that cryptocurrencies are, a speculative bet and whatnot, you know what? At least you can acknowledge the effect, the massive effect that they have currently on the economic landscape and that they will be having soon, right? Like, I mean, the market cap has just breached a trillion. I think it's now at 1.5 trillion. If we go to coin market cap, right, my favorite site, well, there's tons of awesome sites. Yeah, 1.54 trillion. Look at Bitcoin. Look at all these cryptocurrencies, like the market cap of each of them, right? Like Bitcoin by itself is $1 trillion. You don't spend too much time thinking about that, yet you're a multi-billion-dollar hedge fund, the head of a multi-billion-dollar hedge fund. That's just you essentially being sour that you didn't get in there early and that you're getting squeezed out of your game, right? People should just learn to yeah, I mean, this guy is already a joke, but like, most people don't understand if buying the dip is all about buying digital assets when the price is down and selling off when the price rises. Okay, yeah, okay. I mean, fine. Um, but yeah, chances are that he is probably in the background loading up on Bitcoin while he's making fun of it. I think the CEO of Jamie Dimon has also probably has done the same thing. He talked crap about cryptocurrencies a few years back, and without a doubt, Chase is embracing crypto. So I mean, but anyway, look, I don't think there's a phrase other than "OK Boomer," even though that's so overused, that you can apply to this guy that works better.
Really? No, I don't. I don't see the economic underpinning of cryptocurrency.
The economic underpinning, okay. It's literally, I mean, it was at a few $100s, right? I mean, a few $1,000. Like, it was barely a fraction. Now per unit of the asset, whole unit of the asset. Now in 1 year, it's $52,000. Like, okay, and remember, there's 18 million floating of these assets, and the total market cap is $1 trillion. Regardless of what you say, whether something is a pump or whatnot, like, you really, how can you not see the economic underpinning? Like, what? That's just a joke. It's funny how it's like this is lined up with his face, because it's just it's just a joke, right? Like, I mean, it's insane. Like, there are real economies, there are real reasons. There's reasons, things that he wanted to ignore. He wants to ignore, and he's probably like, bah, it doesn't matter. That it doesn't matter. We rule the world. Hedge funds rule the world. It's his way of posturing, right?
I understand how to value a stock, net present value earnings. I understand how to think about currency exchange rates around the world. I don't know how to think about what is effectively a digital token.
Well, he could at least, in a sense, he's being honest. But honest on ignorance, when they say being honest is good, ignorance is also bliss. It's also ignorance. Ignorance is ignorance, and his ignorance is, fine. Let him essentially be weak on it, because we don't want them to succeed, right? We don't want them to get into the position like companies like Melvin Capital, where they can actually manipulate the market, right? in a way that makes them money and hurts everyone else, right? So what can you do? Let's see some other interesting videos while I have a few uh, days here. Uh, let's see what Forbes has to say. Cryptocurrency war. Visa CEO asked about the future of cryptocurrency. I mean, I think I went over that one at some point. Um, yeah, as you can see, these are not planned for me. I'm just kind of going in order until I get the feel for these. But I mean, if you just look at, like, this font, there must be something about this, like, structure that's you know uh, that just is part of the culture now, right? With these, like, videos that have, like, why investors may want to take Dogecoin seriously. Let's see if this makes sense, because this came out 2 days ago, and Doge was in its dip 2 days ago.
DogeCoin, the cryptocurrency that started off as a joke, is no longer a laughing matter for some people. The dog-themed crypto is up 1,000% year to date, thanks to support from Elon Musk, Snoop Dogg, no kidding, and other celebrities. CoinDesk says Dogecoin's rise reflects the power of collective belief and a longing for a more ideal form of crypto, and it is time to take it seriously.
It's a crypto. I mean, I'm not gonna. I believe in the sentiment behind Dogecoin. Whether I believe in Dogecoin, I don't know, but I do believe in the sentiment behind Dogecoin, and the power of the everyman. Really, that's definitely something. I don't know if I would say that I was willing to bet the farm on it, really, but I'm sure some have. Like, looking at Reddit and looking at people's interest in it, though. Like, I mean, it's Dogecoin's. Like, I mean, if you look at the dip recently, right? Um, it's gone up again. I mean, it fluctuates, right? Like, but it was at an all-time high, and it's been hovering around 5 cents for a while. I mean, some people might say it's ready to explode, but then I don't know. What are the dynamics there? Like, see, it's all gone all the way down. The Doge dip, it pretty much has a similar situation. You can even feel that somebody's with funny money is playing around. The guy that has supposedly $2.1 billion in Dogecoin is playing around and trying to replicate the similar dip dynamics. I can't say that for sure. I don't know, but it's just funny. But if we look at Dogecoin logarithmically, I mean, I think, doing some sort of time series analysis, you can see some patterns going on here. All right, so I'm gonna put good. I feel good about it, but I think I saw this a few days ago, and it's shifted, right? A lot more people feel bad about it. I would like to see the numbers behind who feels bad about what. But yeah.
Joining me now is Emily Parker, the writer of that CoinDesk op-ed, co-host of First Mover on CoinDesk TV. Emily, I'm not convinced. I mean, I really do think that Dogecoin is like digital Chuck E. Cheese tokens. I mean, they're really valuable to a toddler at Chuck E. Cheese, but once you leave, my goodness, I mean, in 3 years...
He's gonna be hitting the Doge Army is gonna be hitting this guy pretty hard, man. I mean, Chuck E. Cheese tokens, come on, there's real. How much? What is the market cap of Dogecoin? I mean, like, let's not be too denigratory to an asset that's worth 128. An asset that's worth $7.3 billion. Okay, I mean, there's a lot of companies that one consider as junk that are worth that much, but let's kind of keep an open mind here.
Is this really going to have value?
I mean, I get what you're saying, and Dogecoin is in fact ridiculous. However, our Chuck E. Cheese token, do they have a market cap of $7 billion? Do they have like 1,000% return year to date? So there is some difference, right? And the point that I'm making is not that Dogecoin is like a serious investment. It's just that this is real money, and I think it really reflects the moment that we're in now, where basically collective belief and collective action on social media can really raise the price of an asset.
So we're on the era of collective belief and collective action, and I think that is, like as she's saying here, that's the most important thing. You got to know that things like memes, things like somebody making a joke on Twitter, right, of any clout level, like Snoop Dogg, Gene Simmons, or Elon Musk, that has the power to move assets, and of course that makes regulators pissed, right?
that's what we've seen with DogeCoin, and that's what we've seen with GameStop.
Yeah, I hear you. But, on your point about the market cap, I think if we gave 4-year-olds the power to make serious financial decisions, would you like this car or would you like this bag of Chuck E. Cheese tokens, they would pick the bag. And
no, that's pretty condescending, right? 4-year-olds. See, same stupid shit about Bitcoin. Well, there are a little. See, we have to use nuance here, right? Like there is a little bit of difference. I mean, if they really want Doge to explode to 1, let's be honest. Let's start having people work on Doge. Okay, let's have people work on the actual Doge protocol and start limiting the token cap, right? This is a real problem I think people have with Doge, that there's an unlimited number of tokens being created. There's already, what is this insane number? $128 billion circulating supply. If you want to see this thing skyrocket, right? And let's not say that the whole point is for it to skyrocket, right? But the thing is, we want to create some rarity around this, right? Otherwise, infinite supply means. I want to look into what would be necessary to do that, to create this rarity there, because I think, you Doge people should petition for that hard cap on Doge, hard upper bound. Watch it again in 5 years. Well, if it's 4 cents in 5 years, again, then I think I'll be, I don't know, I'll say some. It was solid. Google Chuck E. Cheese coin value. Joke's on him. Chuck E. Cheese coin value. Let's see what this says. Chuck E. Cheese tokens. Oh boy. Coin collection, no. Letter C in the hat. Game token. Do they mean game token? Anyway, I don't have time for that. I gotta finish this video. I get distracted so easily.
So in a way, I think it is analogous. So is this more time to take it seriously, Dogecoin itself, or time to take seriously the fact that people are so swept up in these meme-like moments that they've taken on a financial significance that can have real-world implications?
Yes, I think the way you phrased it is actually more accurate. So, just to be clear, I'm not encouraging people to buy Dogecoin.
Okay,
I'm just saying that. Yeah.
Well, she had the CYA there.
I'm saying that it does. That's exactly right. We are just in a really interesting moment where assets are kind of being valued by the masses, by the mob, by social media.
By the mob. I mean, assets are more powerful than the fundamentals. Well, yeah. I mean, you do have to say that. I think I heard a video the other day by a YouTuber who I respect for his financial advice, saying that there's, people have talked about typically in stocks the technical analysis, the fundamental analysis is the 2 pillars of financial analysis, but now you have to add the 3rd pillar, which is meme analysis, and that is a function of collective belief, right? People, really trying to pump something up. I mean, and is that good? I don't know. I mean, maybe not. In the case of the GameStop situation, I think that actually did amazing. And the purpose was not necessarily to make money. I think. I mean, the purpose was to make money, and it was motivated and empowered by people who wanted to make money. But I think the bigger implication of that, whether many people knew it or not, was to to expose hedge funds like Melvin Capital, the one we just saw from that dummy Ken Griffin. Dummy, I think he's a dummy. Yeah, I mean, in combating the evil that they've been perpetrating, or quote evil, everything's relative, right? But still, I mean, so collective belief does have a function, but we have to, really find out what the function of that is.
I think Dogecoin is just a perfect representation of that. Of course, there are people who truly believe in Dogecoin, but I don't think that all the investors in Dogecoin are investing based on fundamentals, or they're investing based on kind of
Well, it depends what fundamentals are. PE ratio, that's considered a fundamental, right? I mean, you have fundamentals of company structure. What are the fundamentals? Maybe the fundamentals of Dogecoin being a powerful collective belief symbology, having powerful collective belief symbolism is actually a strong fundamental you should care about. Maybe not for her if she was trained in traditional fundamental analysis, but
out sentiment and the fact that it's just part of a zeitgeist.
As we're learning more than ever in 2020 and 2021, There are people who truly believe in all kinds of things that may or may not have a fundamental basis, and so be careful out there, investor, whether it's GameStop, AMC, DogeCoin, what have you. Emily Parker of CoinDesk.
Or the rigged election. I know that's what he wanted to say. Anyway, so that's been fun. Yeah. I want to know how Dogecoin will explode, but I will find out on my own. This was a day ago, so we'll see. All right, guys, good video. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Like, subscribe, and all that good stuff if you like my reactions and whatever. See ya. Yo, what's up? How's it going? It's me again.